to win national championships, when was the last time that a team won a national title? And it might have been very recent. When was the last time a team won a national championship? And Stetson Bennett's the most recent. So he might be the answer, although he's having a nice year. When was the last time somebody won a FBS national championship with a bus driver at quarterback? Stetson Bennett and anyone before him, and I don't know if that's fair to Stetson Bennett.
Yeah, I don't know, like, really how you would classify bus driver. I mean, like, I think a bus driver, I think, like, Matt Flynn, that was 20-something years ago.
Matt Flynn won a national
championship. That was like 2003.
Where do you throw Josh?
Between then and now, though.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm trying to think of the 20-something quarterbacks that have won titles.
Alabama, how about McCarron? How about McElroy? How about, some of those guys?
Jacob Coker.
Jacob Coker. And I bring that up because you can have all these 5 and 4 stars or whatever, but you eventually need to hit on somebody who's dynamic at quarterback too. You can win without them if you have enough of the other stuff. But that means you have to be almost not flawless, but pretty perfect across all the other parts of what you do on offense and also defense. Mike Gaines, the Ohio State quarterback, Cardale Jones, third quarterback.
Yeah,
Cardale Jones, after they had all the issues at quarterback with who's a kid from Texas,
J.T. Barrett, Braxton Miller.
And then Braxton Miller. And then, of course, Cardale Jones comes in and does a remarkable job leading them to 2014 and the national championship. Also, a bus driver, Philadelphia Eagles once had a bartender as a place kicker.
Yeah, but okay, you're driving the bus. What kind of bus you driving?
Yeah.
That was what I said.
Yeah,
you have to have – you can't just drive the bus unless you have elite Ferraris and Lamborghinis also around you.
Yeah, so that goes back to where did all the money go? Because they don't have any of those. I mean, one of them got hurt and the other guy's still out there. But outside of that, like, they bought 2 cars with all that, or did they spend all on defense?
They have a bunch of their. You would think a lot of their money might be going. I think one of the things about A&M that's been frustrating is, yes, whatever you want to say about the offense, is the offensive line can't take over a game. You don't see them taking over a game. They have some weapons. Some of those guys are out. Some of them are hurt. But they don't have the ability. You would think when you have a great defense, you complementary is what you want to do by pounding the football with the running backs you have, whether you have Spiller back or not. And they really haven't done that much. Well, in fact, I don't even know what their personality is on offense.
They don't have one.
Yeah, they don't have one. And but look, to Craig's point, I can go through the last 20 years taking out Heisman Trophy winners, who some of whom wind up being bus drivers, Chris Winkie and Jason White, But, there are guys in there that won that thing that maybe were not great. But Josh Heupel was, kind of a bus driver if you think about it. Ken Dorsey, bus driver. Yep. He was the worst, and great football mind, all these things about Ken Dorsey. He was the worst player on that team, and he was a Heisman Trophy finalist. Maybe because they weren't looking in the right spot, but that was 0-1 Miami.
Leinart was more than that.
But 2002, Craig Krenzel at Ohio State. Yep. And then you get into Matt Mock and Matt Flynn at LSU won titles. Chris Leak was actually the quarterback in 2006 when Florida won the first one under Urban Meyer. He was certainly that. And then, of course, Tebow was much more than that. And then you get into the Cam Newtons and stuff and some of the Alabama guys. But, yeah, there's been plenty of teams that have won with guys.
So, in other words, there are no excuses. Go win games no matter what.
Yeah, what are we? Yeah, what are we getting to here? It's it's A&M.
It's a discussion. It's a discussion about why, when A&M has all these toys, but why are they not winning?
Yeah, so like I was saying, is what is the discussion here? Like, they have all of the toys, so why is it not happening? I don't know. That's a conversation for, I don't know, maybe the guy in charge of the whole program to kind of look in the mirror. You're sitting here talking about him being in the forest and all this stuff. Okay, well, every tree around here is on fire, and everybody outside with water buckets is talking about it, and you're just in this forest blind to it all. I just can't imagine that he's sitting there that insulated. So, yeah, I don't know what the answer is. They've went and got recruiting classes. They've got all these great players, apparently. They've got more money than God. I don't know. I think if anybody knew the answer to really what their issues were, you would hope that it would be Jimbo Fisher, but clearly, as of right now, it's not, and it's not quite what it was thought to be.
Adam Rittenberg, ESPN.com.